the world spinning. Think about it. You sacrifice to be the best. There's a price to winning. Think about it. There's nothing more dangerous than a man with something to prove and nothing to lose. There's nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose. I will dominate. Seize the day. Ring the bell. Storm the gates. I will dominate. Dominate. Through the pain. Through the pain. Mine to give. Mine to take. I was made to dominate. I came to conquer. On to the next. My self-control. To self-respect. You see me coming. Feel the threat. Get under your skin. And into your head. I will dominate. Seize the day. Ring the bell. Storm the gates. I will dominate. Dominate. Through the pain. Mine to give. Mine to take. I was made to dominate. There's nothing more dangerous than something to prove. Nothing more dangerous than nothing to lose. Here to claim the battleground. Annihilate. You can't stop me now. I will dominate. Seize the day. Ring the bell. Storm the gates. I will dominate. Dominate. Through the pain. Mine to give. Mine to take. I was made to dominate. I was made to dominate. The sun don't rise, the sun don't set. It's just the world spinning. Think about it. You sacrifice to be the best. There's a price to winning. Think about it. There's nothing more dangerous than a man with something to prove and nothing to lose. There's nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose. I will dominate. Seize the day. Ring the bell. Storm the gates. I will dominate. Dominate. Through the pain. Mine to give. Mine to take. I was made to dominate.
How are we doing, chat?
On to the next.
Are we ready for Hydralized?
Self-respect.
Because I think we're ready. This whole show has been brewing for months. And we finally made it to the back half of the memorial. And we do have a bit of a smaller card than usual for a TNC run show. But my god, are the stakes high. We got 2 championship matches, and we got War Games in the main event. I think we've done enough waiting. I think we get straight into the action right now. Jason Graves and his partner tonight, Jake Phoenix, both made their names in RHW alongside Kent Tillstrom in the Bandit Club. But now Graves and Phoenix have both split apart from Kent. And it's just Graves and Phoenix now. And so far, so good for those two, since they got themselves a tag team title match. But will they be able to take those titles from Cold Crimson and Zyler Glass? New tag champs on the way. This is Jason Graves' first shot at a title since he came to TNC. And he's sure looking to make it count. Much like Jay Phoenix, this is also his first attempt at securing TNC gold. Didn't end up finding much luck in singles action in terms of championships, but quickly getting himself straight into the tag title scene with Jason Graves. And these two are no slouch as a tag team. We saw them plenty of times in RHW. So this is not going to be a walk in the park for the BHS. And the BHS possibly put a little bit of unnecessary pressure on themselves when they gave that ultimatum to Adam Ace 2 weeks ago. Because it would not be a good look if they were to drop those belts after giving an ultimatum about not having championship gold. So if they want to put their money where their mouth is, they kind of have no choice but to retain those titles. Otherwise, things could get pretty dicey within the BHS. BHS undefeated in tag team action ever since they lost in the semifinals of the tag title tournament. They've been riding a huge winning streak into tonight. Seth, what is going on? There's the gold. TNC World Tag Team Championships.
The following contest is a tag team match.
Watching my show into Night of Blood Money.
The World Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 458 pounds, Jason Graves and Jake and their opponents at a combined weight of 493 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Tyler Gates and Cole Crimson, the Brotherhood.
One Night Stand would have been a better name. Zyler used it. I can't just rip it when he used it a few weeks ago. Gonna be Jason Graves and Zyler Glass starting this match off. 30-minute time limit for the tag titles, and here we go. It's not trademarked. I understand it's not trademarked. Glass able to get a kick to the gut. Now getting it into the pin. Reversed by Graves. Another reverse by Glass. And a 1 count before Graves kicks out. And Graves connects with a big knee. And Glass smartly able to roll out of the ring. And now back into the ring. But Graves able to catch him with that head scissors. And now hits the lion salt. Deadass thought Graves was already cut open. Now Graves just stomping away at the chest of Zyler Glass. Now making his way back into the corner for a tag into Jake Phoenix. Phoenix with those huge overhand rights, now stomping at the ankle of Glass. Now lining him up from the corner. Went for the big knee, but Glass able to get out of the way. And then Glass went for a clothesline, and Phoenix able to dodge. And now Zyler able to get the tag into Cole Crimson. Cole with a huge clothesline. Phoenix able to catch Cole with that enziguri. And now Graves hoisting Cole up. Just dropping him on the mat. And now back to his corner for another tag to Graves. Cole quickly back to his feet. Lands a big clothesline on Graves. And now Cole with the headbutt. But Graves quickly back to his feet. Off the ropes. With the lion salt taking Cole out into a cover. And a kick out at 1 by Cole. And now Graves with another big knee. But Cole able to catch him with the roll up. Can he catch him here? No. And now once again Cole back to work on Jason Graves. With that nerve pinch applied to the shoulder. Now dragging Graves back to his feet. Kick to the gut. Graves hoisted up and dropped for the power bomb. And now a tag back into Zyler Glass. And Zyler potentially trying to slow this match down. Able to hit a huge knee on Graves. Dragging him back to his feet. Uppercut got dodged. Graves able to hit the house call. Into the cover on Glass. 1. Broken up by Cole. Graves springboard 450. But Glass able to catch him with a boot to the face. There's the uppercut by Glass. And now he makes his way back to his corner for a tag into Cole. Cole with the big rights. Now the belly to belly. Has him sitting upright. And now back up to his feet. Graves able to counter Cole here and able to hit that inverse DDT. But Cole quickly back to his feet. Graves right on him, maybe looking tombstone. No! Knees to the chest of Cole. And now a Blue Thunder bomb by Graves. But Cole quickly able to turn this one around, and Graves quickly getting a tag into Jake Phoenix. Cole not able to hit the double axe handle from the top, but able to turn that one around on Phoenix. And now starting to ragdoll Phoenix in the ring. Now picking him back up to his feet. You're really not wrong. You know, that really makes sense with all the crashing I've been having leading up to an RHW show. It actually makes so much sense. Double team coming from the BHS. Big boo from Glass. Now Crimson with speed with the splash in the corner. But Phoenix quickly able to turn it around on Glass. But Glass able to turn it right back around with a side slam. Now Jake Phoenix in desperate need of a tag. Glass not going to let him get to his corner. But Phoenix able to kick him away. On Coast Birthday 2, it makes so much sense. Big clothesline by Graves. And now a cutter busting Zyler Glass open. The universe knew, yeah. Graves up to the top. Went for the coup de grace, but Glass able to get out of the way. That could have given Graves and Phoenix the tag titles. But now Jason Graves has something else on his mind. Drop kick through the middle rope. And now Graves turning his attention over to Cole Crimson. But Cole able to land a right on Graves. And now Cole dropping to the floor to give a little protection to his tag partner. And now Glass back into the ring. Quickly going for another roll up here. One. Reversed by Graves. 1, 2. 2.5. He almost got him. But it's reversed. And another reversal. 1 and a kick out. Oh my God. Jason Graves almost got him. Tag in to Jake Phoenix. Glass with a huge right. And now maybe looking for the Mind Shatter or the Sister Glassagale. No, he's looking for the Calf Crusher. But Jake Phoenix's right foot is all tangled up in the ropes. And Jason Graves came back into the ring to chop block Glass. And that sends him to the outside. And now the count begins on the outside. Tag in to Jason Graves. As Zyler reaching his feet on the outside, taunting to the crowd with Jason Graves right behind him. Not so smart, Mr. Glass. And another house call by Graves. Graves missed that roundhouse kick. Zyler, big forearm. But again, Graves able to kick him away. Count up to 6. And Graves just got denied. Sister Glass again on the outside. Zyler dragging Graves back to his feet, tossing him back into the ring. Going for the pin. Will this do it to retain the titles? No. Broken up by Phoenix. Counter there by Graves. He might be looking for the one-winged angel. Or no. JG Driver. Broken up again by Cole. Now Glass whipped into the opposing corner. Double team coming from Graves and Phoenix. Zyler whipped off the rope for the double back body drop. As we are about to officially cross the 10-minute mark of this match, Phoenix off the top with the elbow drop. Dragging Glass back to his feet. Now whipping him into the corner once again. And another double team coming from Phoenix and Graves. Off the ropes one more time for another double back body drop. But Glass quickly back to his feet, looking for another calf crusher. But once again, the feet are in the ropes. Now it's Graves whipped into the corner, but he's able to get an elbow up. And now it's Glass back into his corner. And a third double team. This time a double shoulder block. But Glass quickly back to his feet, turning his attention to Graves and hits him with a German. But Phoenix able to catch Glass with a leg drop. Phoenix, huge knee. He might have knocked Zyler Glass out. Into the cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 by Glass. And now Graves with another knee, but no, it gets blocked. Counter by Phoenix. And now the strikes coming in from Jake Phoenix. German suplex. And Glass barely able to make it over to that corner. But a big boot from Jake Phoenix might put this one to bed. Springboard, nobody home. Can Zyler Glass muster up enough here to put Phoenix away? Or potentially get a tag? He gets the tag into Cole Crimson. And now Cole with a huge stomp to the gut of Phoenix. And now might be looking for the twist of fate to end it. Or possibly the Crimson choke. And he's got the choke. It's locked in the middle of the ring. But Jason Graves from the apron to make the save. And now Cole into the cover with Graves still in the ring, and he breaks that up as well. And now Cole just going to whip Jason Graves all the way to the floor. And that gave Jake Phoenix enough time to get back to his feet. Now dragging Cole into the corner, face first off the turnbuckle. Now up to the top rope. Jake Phoenix setting up something. Looking for a superplex, but no. Cole able to shove him off the top rope. And now Cole quickly up to the second rope for a splash. Nobody home. Phoenix, moonsault. Dragging Cole back to his feet. Dropkick caught by Cole. Stomp to the gut. And now dragging Phoenix back to his feet. Arms hooked by Cole. Went for the pedigree, but no. Countered by Phoenix. Huge clothesline. And now Phoenix looking for that huge knee, and he connects on Cole. Into the cover to win the tag team titles. 2. And a kick out at 2.5 by Cole. This is reverse line 99. Snapdragon by Phoenix as he goes for another tag to Jason Graves. Graves turning Cole over. Got him in a wheelbarrow position into a neck breaker. And now a stomp to the gut. And now Jake Phoenix making his way up to the top rope. Waiting for Cole to reach his feet. Phoenix with the crossbody. And now Cole looking for a tag, able to get it as Graves was going up to the top. Big elbow there by Glass. Able to knock Graves to the mat. Now might be looking to put Graves away with another calf crusher. And another rope break as his foot is underneath the bottom rope. The poor situational awareness from Zyler Glass continuing here. And Graves, third house call to Glass. Into the cover to put this away, but it's broken up by Cole before the count could even begin. Zyler whipped into the corner. Double team coming once again. Zyler off the ropes, double shoulder block. And quickly, Jake Phoenix all over Glass with the left hands. And both legal men to the outside. Nobody home on that leg drop by Phoenix. Big knee, once again by Jake Phoenix to Glass. Jake Phoenix, possibly with the title in his sights, over the top rope, taking out Glass. But Glass able to get those elbows to the gut. Big drop kick. Zyler making his way up to the top rope. Going high risk to the outside. Able to connect with that clothesline to the floor. And that will reset the count. And now Jake Phoenix getting tossed across the outside by Glass. And seems for now that Zyler Glass was able to halt the momentum of Jake Phoenix as Glass just took off the turnbuckle pad in his corner. Count up to 8. And now up to 9. Phoenix back to his feet. Getting dragged back towards the ring and now tossed back in the ring. And now Glass going for a cover to put it away. 1, 2, 3. Well, that was a bit of an anticlimactic ending. Zyler and Cole avoid further turmoil within the BHS. And now they'll have their eyes set on next week, episode 21 of TNC, when Adam Ace will challenge Isaac Graves for the All-Star Championship. Second time in a row a team choked against these bums. I mean, I don't know if you can consider that a choke. Like, yes, the finish was very anticlimactic, but my God, did they have so many chances. They had so many chances to pin Zyler, and it just didn't happen.
Here are your winners, and still World Tag Team Champions, Cole Crimson and X Tyler Gates.
Yeah, Zyler took like 3 house calls. I don't remember who took the JG driver. I don't know if it was Zyler or Cole. Zyler getting pinned after he was abused all match. Yeah, that was a little bit of a Hoganing from Mr. Glass.
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for the Women's Championship.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Introducing the challenger from Scarsdale, New York, Olivia.
Word of the day, next BCW, fuck off. The RHW I love has him eating the pin in 5 minutes. Yeah, well this isn't, Coast RHW anymore. That died last year. But now we move on to our women's title match. This is Olivia Harnage's first opportunity at the Women's Championship since the start of TNC, which is crazy to say. Because you would have thought in, what, 7-8 months, she would have gotten at least one opportunity by now? But no. Back in her old stomping grounds for her first opportunity at this title.
And introducing the challenger from Istanbul, Turkey, Alexia Lane.
She was washed. She's been losing left and right since RHW folded. Nah, she's been undefeated since the Martinez trilogy. We go from someone who hasn't challenged for the belt to someone who's trying to win it back. And Alexia Lane only held the title for 1 week before losing it back to Kendall Hendricks. And now is looking to become the 3rd ever 2-time TNC Women's Champion.
And introducing the champion residing in Hollywood, California, the Women's Champion, Kendall Hendricks.
And there is the 2nd ever 2-time TNC Women's Champion. And her rise in this company has been meteoric. Went from an absolute unknown in a 4-way showcase to being 2-time champ in a span of about 2 months. Owen's forever disciple. Don't forget, after this match is our main event in War Games. But the Women's Championship match underway is Alexia Lane going right after the champ. Harnage going after Alexia Lane with that driver. Hendricks went for the drop kick, nobody home, but able to get an elbow on Harnage. Harnage with repeated kicks to the legs. Sort of a free-for-all as of now. As Alexia Lane going after Kendall Hendricks, now turning her attention to Harnage, but Harnage with a big right. Hendricks with a facebuster out of the corner. Now turning her attention over to Olivia Harnage, but she's back up to her feet and eats a huge knee from Hendricks. Now back over to Alexia Lane. Lane off the ropes. big shot to the gut by the champion. And now another huge forearm by Hendricks. Now she's out to the outside looking for weapons. Remember, no disqualification in a triple threat. And now Hendricks going to start swinging away with that kendo stick. But Alexia Lane able to knock it out of her hands. And now stomping away at the back of Harnage is Alexia Lane. Able to catch Hendricks there with the eat defeat. And now to the apron. Went for the leg drop but did not get the distance. And now it's Harnage up to the top rope. Hendricks with double stomps to the knees. Hendricks tossing Harnage off the top rope. And now Hendricks turning her attention to Alexia Lane. Off the ropes with the knee, but no. Lane able to avoid it. Now has the arm of Hendricks in control. Able to hit that arm drag. And now the two challengers will go at it. Lane hoisting Harnage up for a brain buster. As Hendricks back to her feet with the crucifix into the cover. Broken up by Harnage. And now Hendricks hoisting up Harnage for a powerbomb into the knees. Lane went for a drop kick, didn't hit anybody. Flatliner to Harnage into the cover to retain the title, broken up by Alexia Lane. And able to hit that big kick on Alexia Lane. Now into the cover on Lane. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lane. Now Harnage trying to take advantage. But again, Hendricks still able to hold her own. Now the repeated strikes and kicks coming in. Big knee by the champion. As Alexia Lane on the outside looking for weapons. Up to the top rope. Or middle rope, excuse me. Went for the drop kick. Now eating a baseball bat to the back. And another one from Lane. And now the repeated kicks to the back of Hendricks from Alexia Lane. And now it's Harnage looking for weapons on the outside as Hendricks turns it around on Lane. But Hendricks turning her attention to Harnage. Planting her in the middle of the ring. Now once again back over to Lane with the Superman punch. Into the cover on Lane to retain her title. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lane. Hip toss there by Hendricks as she's back to the outside looking for more weapons. And now Harnage into the cover, immediately broken up by Hendricks. Harnage's right hand is blocked. Another one blocked. Harnage hoisting Hendricks up, dropping her over the top rope. And now it's Harnage with the super kick. And now grabbing that kendo stick. Not able to land one shot. But Kendall Hendricks out of nowhere with that kick. And now swinging away at both women. Into the cover on Harnage to retain her title. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Harnage. Harnage back to her feet. Now working on the legs of Kendall Hendricks. As Alexia Lane now back to her feet. And back in the ring, Kendall Hendricks busted open. Super kick to Harnage by Lane. Into the cover on Harnage to win the title without the champion in the picture too. Kick out by Harnage again. Now Hendricks and Lane back to their feet. Drop kick to the knee of Hendricks. But Harnage back to her feet, uppercut to the neck. Hendricks able to sweep the legs of Harnage, and Harnage rolling to the outside. So Hendricks turning her attention over to Alexia Lane and breaks the kendo stick over the ribs of Lane. Lane able to crawl over to the apron. Now turning her over, gonna start pounding away at the chest. But it gets broken up by a chair shot and another one by Olivia Harnage. And another chair shot gonna send Kendall Hendricks crashing to the floor. And now all three women on the outside here. Harnage hoisting Hendricks up for a powerbomb into the knees. But another chair shot, this time from Alexia Lane. Big boot by Hendricks. And now it's Kendall Hendricks, the only woman in the ring. Now making her way back to the outside with the baseball bat and gonna start swinging away at both women. Alexia Lane busted open. And another one to Harnage. And now Alexia Lane getting tossed across the outside. And Hendricks turning her attention back over to Olivia Harnage. Big knee by Hendricks as Alexia Lane back to her feet. Superman punch dodged. Codebreaker to Hendricks. Alexia Lane almost got tossed into the stairs. Harnage with the German on the outside. Not German, Snapdragon. Now Harnage back to the outside with the kendo stick. Hendricks not going to let her use it. Gets slammed onto the floor. Alexia Lane whipped to the mat. Now it's Hendricks who gets tossed into the stairs. Arm drag to Lane by Harnage. Now Harnage looking for the Harnage collapse on the outside, and she connects. She could win the title if she can get Alexia Lane back into the ring in time. But Kendall Hendricks already beat her to the punch. Now Harnage into the cover. But it's immediately broken up. Now Hendricks looking to connect with that knee to Alexia Lane. And now it's Hendricks into the cover, but that's also going to be broken up by Harnage. And now they'll turn their attention over to each other. Harnage off the ropes. Big roundhouse kick. And now a kendo stick to the skull of Alexia Lane. Rolling her over into the cover. Can she retain? No. Broken up again by Harnage. Big kick. Once again. Into the cover goes Kendall Hendricks. 1, 2, 3. She got the 3 count off before Alexia Lane could break it up. And Hendricks retains the women's title. What a finish. That's what I'm talking about. So both champions have retained. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we only have one match left. And that being War Games. Now, unfortunately, because 2K is a bunch of bullshit, this was filmed in a WWE arena. So, fair warning. When we go to War Games and it's not an RHW arena. There she is, and still the TNC Women's Champion. How generous of TKO. Wait a minute, what the fuck? What the fuck? Matt's manager's beating the shit out of him with a chair. Matt Marco getting laid out. Why?
Let Matt Marco be a shining example of what happens when insufficiency crosses paths with the golden boss of professional wrestling. I gave him everything he could have dreamed of, and he pissed it away. And now he's pissed away the one man who could have led him to eternal glory. The man who retired years ago was brought back against his will and now sits higher on the totem pole than Marco could ever dream of.
What?
For those who do not recognize the man in front of you, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Peter Krill. I am a former IWC World Heavyweight Champion. I am the new RHW Memorial Champion, and I have always been better than Matt Marco. And the fact that I'm a champion today and he's not is all the proof you will ever need. Numero uno means 0 to me now. And Matt, don't even fucking think about coming for this belt. We both know how that's gonna end for you.
Make the people hold each other's hands and fill their hearts with truth. You made up your mind, so do as divine.
Owen King is the 4th man.
Put on your armor, revved up to fight.
The lineup is complete.
Hold up your shirt.
The following is a men's war.
Dude, we got War Games right now. What the fuck did I just see?
As follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages.
I thought he was fucking dead.
Team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. Now, let the War Games begin!
His return being in an RHW ring, chef's kiss. Nowhere else to do it. Isaac Graves going to be starting out War Games for Team TNC. He's got plenty of experience in cage matches across both RHW and TNC. So he was a very logical choice by his team to start this match out. And a little bit of aura to start this off would never hurt, of course. Of course, this is the first War Games match in TNC history. And none of these men have ever competed in War Games before. And I think Team BCW may have just sent Hunter Hagen in as a lamb for the slaughter. We all saw what happened when these two went one-on-one a few weeks ago. Hunter Hagen got absolutely diced in like 3 minutes. And now these two will start off War Games. And it could be more of the same. If Hagen isn't careful. And we also don't know who's going to have the advantage. Who's coming out of that cage first? And here we go. Hagen able to counter Graves with that hip toss. And now able to land those strikes of his own. Now it's Graves who's able to counter with those kicks to the back of the leg. Now Graves getting whipped into the other ring. And Hunter Hagen not that far behind. Graves able to dodge that knee. Hagen able to roll Graves over and land those forearms of his own. Now dragging Graves back to his feet. Now over to the ropes. Hagen, big knee. And so far, Hunter Hagen definitely holding his own here against Isaac Graves. As he whips Graves off the ropes, ducking under, jumping over Graves. Hagen with a big right hand. And now Lionsault, but Graves able to dodge. Prime on TNC, I know. I hate it too. Blame 2K. And the count begins. Who will be the next out? Totally ignoring the bar on the bottom. It's Hagen continuing the assault, and it looks like it's going to be Kez Phoenix from Team TNC. So Team TNC will have the advantage in War Games. And it looks like Kez is going to be bringing some toys into the ring. Going back out for even more. As Graves gaining the upper hand. Who is Jez? Shoulder breaker there by Graves as Kez now in the cage. Bringing a table all the way to the other ring. Graves off the rope. Big boot to Hunter Hagen. And now Graves hitting the Stormbreaker. And now Kez coming in with the sledgehammer. But Hagen quickly back to his feet. Hagen off the ropes with the kick to Kez. Now it's Graves with the sledgehammer. And the countdown for Team BCW is on. It looks like Keith is going to be coming out next for his team to even the odds inside War Games. Huge clothesline by Kez. And Keith making a beeline for the ring. Trying to get in there and even the odds as quickly as possible. Grabbing a kendo stick along the way. All four men now in that second ring. Big forearm by Kez taking out Keith. Superman punch by Hagen to Graves. And now Hagen hoisting Kez up, hitting that knee. And right now it is Team BCW in full control as both Kez and Graves laid out in the ring by Hagen and Keith. Keith able to hit a Spanish fly, but Kez able to turn it around on Hunter Hagen. Now Keith going after Kez. The only two men standing in this match right now as Kez gets tossed in between the rings. Big 450 by Keith to Graves and a clothesline by Kez to Hunter Hagen. Countdown now on for Team TNC. And it will be Owen King coming out of the cage to make his TNC debut. And King quickly going for the weapons, much like Kez Phoenix. Grab the stop sign, now in the ring, and immediately King getting laid out by that table from Keith. As Hunter Hagen and Isaac Graves still going at it in the second ring. Keith in between both rings. Super kick by Kez. And Keith rolling back into that first ring. King off the second rope. Kind of hit that drop kick. King with Keith up. Now has him on his shoulders, dropping him over the top rope. Hunter Hagen and Isaac Graves still going at it in that other ring. Superman punch was blocked by Graves. And now the countdown is on once again for Team BCW. Superman punch by Graves. Keith able to clip Owen King, but didn't do much with that splash as Masked Man making a beeline for the ring. And we now know Pete Brents will be the next man to enter into War Games, and the last man will be Jace Gold. As Kez setting up the table in that first ring. But Owen King and Keith in the second ring, as well as Graves and Hagen. King brushing the boot across the face of Keith with speed, and another big boot to the TNC World Champion. Now a Snapdragon to Keith. Masked Man and Isaac Graves in the first ring going at it. And now Masked Man grabbing that table and setting it right back up. Not sure what the plan was there. Big shot to the gut by Graves. As Owen King and Kez Phoenix both have their eyes set on Keith. As the countdown is on for Pete Brents to enter War Games. And the cage is open, and here comes the former champ. Masked Man hoisting Graves up, but Graves able to counter. And for the last time in this match, Team TNC has the advantage. They have all four members inside War Games. Keith with a DDT to Owen King. Masked Man with a trash can over the back of the head. And now just throwing it at Isaac Graves. And Pete Brent just had a stop sign thrown in his face by Keith. It's absolute carnage. Big kick by Hagen. And King with the GTS to Keith. Keith hoisting Kez up, but Kez able to get out of the way. Graves with the knee to Masked Man. Now Isaac Graves off the rope with the elbow drop. Frog splash by Kez, nobody home there. And now the countdown is on for Jace Gold to enter. Kez able to dodge Keith there. Keith off the rope. Black hole slam there by Kez. As Jace Gold will enter War Games, and this match will officially begin. And there we go, the match is on. King went for a splash in the corner, but Gold able to get out of the way. Pete Brents and Hunter Hagen in the second ring. Keith laid out in the first ring. Kez stumbled in the corner. Owen King going after Masked Man. Kez and Keith going at it. Hagen and Brent still going at it in the second ring as Hagen hits a spear. And now a kendo stick over the skull of Kez. And Hagen continuing to just toss that stop sign into the face of Pete Brents. And now Hagen might be looking to put Brents away for good. Hoisting him up. Can he hit that knee on Brents? Yes, he can, and he's busted open. But Hunter Hagen not done. We got Kez and Jace Gold at it in the first ring. Isaac Graves and Keith going at it. Graves looking for that big knee on Keith, and he connects. Now Keith and Hunter Hagen in that first ring, or the second ring, excuse me. You got two different 3-on-1 scenarios here. We got Owen King in one ring all alone against Keith, Masked Man, and Jace Gold. And then in the other ring, it's Hunter Hagen in a 3-on-1 against Graves, Kez, and Brents. Masked Man with Owen King. But King able to get those elbows in. As Keith just kicking a mud hole into Hagen. Now Keith makes his way over to the second ring trying to help Hagen out. And now we got a cover here, but a kick out. King off the ropes with the Royal Stomp. Into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Masked Man. Now in the other ring, Stormbreaker by Graves, and he's into the cover. 1, 2, and another kick out. Another pin by Kez and another kick out at 2. Now everybody making their way into that second ring. Big knee to Graves. Spear through the middle rope by King. Another cover and a kick out at 2 by Graves. Everybody has their eyes set in that second ring. Now everybody's in there. DDT by King. King into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Team TNC wins War Games. Owen King gets the pin on the world champion. Your king has done it. Owen King entered this matchup third for his team. And in his first match with the company, scores possibly the biggest win in company history. One, but at what cost? And this could have some serious title implications. Now that Owen King has a pin on the world champ. We could be seeing Owen King getting a world title match sooner rather than later.
Here are your winners. The unpredictable Kid Freeman. Owen King. And the anarchist leader, Brent.
You see Team TNC celebrating their hard-earned win. Surviving War Games and putting an end to Team BCW. What an event. I think it delivered for being only 3 matches. Owen King's hair is horrible. It is what it is. But what a show. And what a future TNC is now set up for. This is going to be an interesting ride to the next pay-per-view. But that is all I can share for now. And we will see you next week for episode 21 of TNC.